Hey there, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Musa Jallo, and in this video I'm going to be reacting to a video by England Rugby, and the video is entitled Rugby for Beginners, a guide to the rules of rugby union. Like, I'm really getting into rugby. I'm starting to like the sport. I'm a very young fan. I don't know much about the rules. Like, I want to know like how people make a try. So like I have to like learn the rules, because like most of the time I don't really understand what people are doing, if I'm being honest with you. So like that's why I'm making this video today. So with no further delay, let's get into the reaction.
Rugby is one of England's most popular sports.
Okay, this is a little bit unrelated, but if anybody know how you make these white ball videos, like please hook me up in the comment section. Like I really want to learn them, but I don't really know how people make them. So back to the video.
And is played by people of all ages, shapes and sizes, male and female. This animation teaches you about the main laws of rugby, so you can have more fun watching or playing this great game. You play rugby in a jersey, shorts and boots with studs, and you wear a mouth guard to
Oh, their boot is called studs, like it's not like us. Yeah, it's called studs, like the boots they use,
protect your teeth. The ball is an oval shape and looks a bit like an egg. Because rugby originated in England, there are a lot of English expressions. There are two versions of rugby, rugby union and rugby league. This film is about rugby union, the most popular.
So like when it comes to like the two versions of rugby, right? They have the rugby union and the rugby league. Is it like difference in the rules, like how they play, or is it like different in the sense that like it's just two different leagues, Like for example, like the way you have like the Spanish La Liga and then like you have like the English Premier League. Is it like just two different leagues, or is it like two different rules, or like kind of like two different sports,
Popular version of rugby around the world. The rugby pitch is about the same size as a football pitch. On the pitch, there are a number of lines. We start from the halfway line. From this line, the game is started or restarted after a score. Next is the 10-metre line. After the kick-off, the ball must cross this line. Then there is the 22-metre line. Next is the try line. Behind this line,
So you have like the 10 meters line, you have the 22 meters line, you have the try line. Yeah, okay.
can score a try by touching the ball down. On the try line are the rugby posts, 2 vertical posts and a crossbar. The last line is the dead ball line and marks the end of the field.
Oh, so dead ball is like when the ball go out of play, I'm guessing that's what you mean by dead ball, It's kind of like the same in football, actually.
On the sides, you find the 5 meters line and the 15 meters.
5 meters line, is it like 5-meter line from here? Yeah, it might be from here, And then this one is like 15 meters line from this point here, right here,
Line. During a line out, the players must stay between these lines. A game is 2 halves of 40 minutes and has a half-time break of about 10 minutes. A rugby team has 15 players. 8 of them are called the forwards. These guys form the scrum and line out. And
you know what, I just started watching rugby, like these really big guys. I used to think they were like the defenders because they're like so big, But in reality, they told me they are like the forwards. They are the one who likes be in the front, And that's why they're like really so big, That's why they have to like be the people of the energy. And then like the people who are like really so fast, they are usually on the wings.
And do the more heavy work. Next, you have 7 players called the backs, and they do most of the fast running. The scrum half.
That is like so crazy, if you compare to football, Exactly what I was trying to say, like these guys who are backs, you expect like the scrum guys to be in the back and then like the wing guys to be in the front. But it's like that's why you learn about the sport, but it's crazy.
Connects the forwards and the backs. The last man is the full back. You play rugby with your hands and feet. Most of the time you carry the ball in your hands. But rugby is a team sport, so you pass the ball to your teammates. When you pass, you are only allowed to pass backward.
Oh my god. Now this makes sense when I see these guys playing. They always go like this, They always throw the ball back like this, Like what? This makes sense now, Because in my head I'm like, why they are always like trying to like throw the ball behind like this, They always go this way, Like they don't like throw it in front like this, Oh my god, this makes sense now, like exactly what he's doing here,
You do this mainly by an underhand throw across the body. But if you wish to, you can pass overhand too. You may pass as much as you want. If you decide to kick the ball, you may do so, usually to gain territory.
Oh, you see?
There are several ways to score points. The most important way is to score a try. You score a try when you place the ball on the ground, on or behind the try line of your opposition. The result is 5 points. Because you scored a try, your team may also attempt to kick the ball from the ground, but it must carry between the posts and above the crossbar.
So like whenever you score a try, you have to like take like this free kick, I don't know if it's called free kick, but you have to like take a free kick,
This is called a conversion and awards your team an extra 2 points.
So if you score a try, then you have to like take a conversion, that gives your teams like 2 points. Man, like this is a lot for taking, like it's kind of like I don't know, I feel like it's kind of like basketball, when you try to make a shot and then like when you make the shot and then you was fouled, you still get the points, but then you get a free throw, Maybe it's kind of like the same thing, I don't know.
So together, you score 7 points.
Wow.
Should the referee award you a penalty kick, your team can choose to restart the game, kick for a line out, or kick the ball between the posts. If you kick between the posts and score, you get 3 points. You can also get points at any time during the game by scoring a drop goal, when you intentionally drop the ball in front of you and kick it immediately after it hits the ground.
If I'm gonna play rugby, that would be like my biggest technique, like drop the ball and kick it. But I'm guessing it's way harder than it sounds, like because it sounds like something special that people do,
As with a conversion and penalty, it must travel between the posts. This also wins your team 3 points.
But it didn't touch the ground though. Like, let me see. Drop goal. Maybe it did though. I can't see it properly now, but like, nah. What? A scrum. Yeah, what is a scrum? Let's see.
Suppose you throw the ball forwards, or you drop the ball and it bounces forward. In both cases, the referee will decide that a scrum must be formed. A scrum is a restart after a foul, where the ball travels forward from the hand.
Or scrum is like when you mistakenly throw the ball forward or the ball drop from your hands and then go forward, right? But my point is, if it's considered a foul, then why isn't the ball given to the other team directly? Why do you guys have to fight for it in a scrum?
The forwards of both teams set in a specific formation and set against each other, like you can see in this view from above. Next, the scrum half will roll the ball straight into the middle of the scrum, and both teams are allowed to contest for the ball by pushing and using their feet after the ball has entered the scrum to move the ball backwards. While the ball is in the scrum, you are not allowed to touch it with your hands. When the ball comes out of the scrum, it is usually the scrum half who will pass it to one of the waiting players, and the next attack will start.
Wow. So when there is a scrum, the goal is not to go forward, but the goal is for you to get the ball behind your team. It sounds pretty complicated though, I don't know. Maybe I'm misunderstanding, but it sounds pretty complicated. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comment section, please,
If the ball leaves the field of play because it's kicked out, or because a player with the ball is tackled and falls across the touchline, or the foot of a player who is holding the ball touches the touchline, The game will be restarted with a line out.
So there's like a throw in, like if I'm trying to compare it to football, it's like a throw in, when the ball go above the line, you have a throw in,
Form a line out. The forwards of both teams will stand in separate lines between the 5 and 15-metre lines. Next, the ball will be thrown straight in between the two lines by the team in possession. The player who can jump the highest, and he may be lifted by his teammates, may catch the ball or tap it to his scrum half. With this ball possession, they can start to attack again.
I feel like the scrum half could be like their own central midfielder, like because it's like the one distributing the ball, it's like the one between like the attack and the defense, So that's actually cool, But I feel like you have to be like really aware to play like a scrum half, like you have to be like really aware,
The unique thing about rugby is that you can stop players by tackling, but can only tackle a player who is in possession of the ball. You're only allowed to use your hands, arms and body. You can grab the man with the ball everywhere except his neck and head.
That is actually good, like you're not allowed to like grab somebody by the head or the neck, Or maybe the hair, it's also part of the head. But yeah, that's good.
Not allowed to kick him or tackle him while he's in the air. If you do, the referee will send you off the field immediately by issuing a yellow or red card. The most common...
But like the yellow and red card doesn't mean like the same thing that like it mean in football. Like the yellow card is like a warning, and then like the red is like a straight off, sent off, Or like 2 yellow cards is like equal to a red. Is it like the same thing like they have in football,
One way to tackle is using the shoulder and arms, targeting an opposition player below the waist so he falls to the ground.
Rock and roll.
During the game, you will often see two situations, a ruck and maul. But what are these? Suppose a player carrying the ball makes contact with a player who wants to tackle him. But instead of falling on the ground, they keep standing up. Immediately, teammates of both teams will join this formation to compete for the ball, which will be somewhere in the middle. This formation is called a maul. The man with the ball will try to turn his back to his opponents and make the ball available for his teammates. If a maul takes too long, the referee will award a scrum in favour of the team moving forward.
Wow. Oh my god. I'm seeing it, I'm listening to the lady talking, but it's like I'm not really understanding like this rock and roll situation,
A ruck is formed after the man with the ball is tackled and the players fall on the ground. During this situation, two very important rules come into play. The man who made the tackle must let go of the tackled player, and the man who is tackled must release the ball immediately. Players of both teams will bind as a unit with each other over the ball group and compete to win the ball with their feet and pushing back the opposing players.
Wow. Wow.
There are several ways to be offside. One of the most common ways is during a maul, when players are competing to get possession of the ball or to stop them all being driven towards the try line. The offside line starts at the heel of the foot of the last person in the...
But like, let me try to like really follow on this one. I don't know if this outside is gonna be like anything similar to what they have in football, So like the outside line is like the heels of the last person in the maul. Yes.
The maul and runs across the field from touchline to touchline. No one can enter the maul unless they do so from behind that player's foot. Though rugby is a physical and sometimes tough sport, a rugby player always respects his opponent and the referee. Whatever the referee decides, you will never contest their decision or risk being penalised. After every
That is really good though. I feel like that's one thing that is like really not common in football, you know? Like people like they really fight with the referee, you know, like Barcelona fans out there, I'm talking to you guys, you know, like Barcelona players that like really so complain to the referees, you know.
every game, you pay your respects to your opponents and the referee by applauding them when they leave the field. Respect and sportsmanship are two of the most important values of rugby union. Hopefully, with this explanation, you will enjoy watching rugby even more. But if you are a boy or a girl and want to play rugby yourself, go to englandrugby.com and find a rugby club near you.
Man, like this video is like really so informative, you know, like I can't wait, you know, like I know like the World Cup is happening this year. I'm really so excited for it, you know. I don't know how I'm gonna watch the games, you know, but I'll find a way, you know. But like I can't wait to like see it, you know. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. It was fun learning about rugby, you know. If there was anything that you think I misunderstood in this video, you know, don't hesitate to tell me down in the comment section below. I want to learn, but like instead of in order for me to like really appreciate and enjoy rugby as a sport, you know, I'll have to like really understand the rules and stuff like that, you know. But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you remember to like it, comment down below. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.